Mountains always draw the eye. Rising out of the flatlands, they create their own weather. They give birth to rivers. They have always been a powerful source of inspiration and symbolism to the human spirit. Mountains always have a sense of mystery about them, a sense that there's something different up there. Of course it's not easy, and you are going to be tested. But that's the point. I think we're getting there. It's always a complete mess starting off a trip, but gradually you get into the swing of it.
People ask, what keeps you going? Like, what motivates you to get to the top? And I'm like, struggling.
So many things.
The aim was to show our Kiwi friends that the Australian mountains are something special and can put up a big challenge.
The logistics of this project were absolutely massive.
Just the sheer quantity of gear and the amount of moving parts just makes everything that much more difficult.
From Jindabyne, we wind our way up into the Snowy Valley, up to the Guthinger Dam, where we park. We've got 10 people. Everyone's got pretty full packs. We've got 4 sleds, and on those sleds we've got all our food and fuel. And then we ski about 3 k's up the valley, cross over a suspension bridge of the Snowy River, and then about a 5-kilometre slog uphill to the top of Mount Twynham, and then down from that crest of the Great Dividing Range to our campsite, which puts us on top of the western faces.
That was pretty cool.
Look behind you, mate.
Oh, holy hell! Turns out Australia's got mountains.
I was really excited to be coming on this trip. To be sharing my backyard with these world-class athletes was a really unique and special opportunity.
Tim Macartney-Snape is an absolute beast.
For me, adventuring and exploration has always been about getting to really know the natural world. The summit of Mount Everest. That's my boots, these crampons. Best shot I've got of me on top of Everest.
I didn't actually know who he was until someone told me he was the first Australian that had climbed Mount Everest.
So the level of skill this guy has to bring to the table is just unbelievable.
Climbing ropeless at nearly 8,000 metres. Well, that's alpine style and fast and light. I actually felt quite a lot of pressure on this trip because people think, Tim, he's spent a lot of time in the mountains, he's experienced, he'll know what to do, but I had my doubt. And on an expedition like this, you never know what to expect.
Anna's super competent in the mountains.
Australian mountains have pretty much taught me the majority of what I know about skiing.
She just gets stuck in, gets things done, and it's fantastic to see.
She's got so much energy, she's a very neat skier.
Hank Bilous is a great character.
Hank's like the kid at the back of the bus.
Yo, what up, MTV? Welcome to my crib. Come and see where the magic happens. My ultimate goal in skiing is kind of aggressive elegance. Holy shit, dude. Oh.
He's an incredible skier.
I've grown up skiing with Fraser. His approach to the mountains is something that I can take a lot from. He could be anything, really. Well, he's an engineer, very competent pilot, and an incredibly good skier.
I was kind of the rookie on the tour this trip, I would say. So it was cool to watch all of them and see how they rode, how they picked lines.
It was pretty easy to forget that it was Michaela's first backcountry trip out here. I think she learned a lot throughout it, and it wasn't easy conditions to be out there in. We really threw her in the deep end, and I think she learned to swim.
The big question in my mind was whether our crew could handle the extremely tough conditions the Aussie Alps can dish out.
Oh, nice. So we'll have couscous and rice. I'll put the broccoli in with the rice.
Looks like we're going to have a nice wing morning over in Carruthers.
I think it's about 6 in the morning right now. Just putting it together so we can ride down. It's a bit windy up here. But look at that. Woo! That's mad.
It was really early, and then the sun came up and the whole thing just went pink.
The skiing was pretty mind-blowing. It was a lot steeper than I expected.
Australian mountains just seem so unique in their features. They have these tight gullies and then some faces that look really amazing to ski.
I think it is quite special because you're up in the Alpine, but you're also skiing amongst gum trees.
The different types of topography make it so unique compared to the rest of the world.
Fraser are both Kiwi senders, and they're just always trying to find the most technical, difficult line and make it look easy.
Many people are surprised that there's actually good skiing in Australia. The conditions are, well, unpredictable. Like all mountains, they deserve a lot of respect.
With ice like this, then it's just going to be like ride of your life type stuff.
Yeah, probably the last one.
Tim's just gone out of visual for me. Okay, I've got Tim. He's gone off course.
You always dread the moment when your skis wash out from under you for whatever reason. I was quite astonished how quickly I accelerated.
When I heard people radioing like, "Is Tim, you all right? You all right?" and not hearing a response from him, I was pretty worried.
I hit a lump of ice which was in the shade. Luckily, I managed to avoid hitting the rock, which I thought was pretty lucky. It was quite an exciting ride down.
When I first laid eyes on Watson's Crags, I was pretty blown away that Australia had mountains like that and that there was lines in it.
As you enter into these western faces, you're wondering where you're going to end up across this flat terrain. And then as you peer up over the ridgeline, then you start to see this amazing freeride terrain.
Okay, dropping in 10. That was probably one of the better runs I've ever had in Australia.
Have you seen that second shell coming in?
Yeah.
I think that'd be nice. That's my idea.
I didn't think I was going to scare myself this trip, but even just that simple line was enough just to get the heart going.
Australia's got it. Australia's got the goods. It's got everything you could really ask for it. The tricky bit about it in scoring these lines is the unpredictability of the weather and how far it is to get there.
Still happy.
Let's go home.
Time for soup.
What a day.
What a day.
How was that?
That was incredible.
Seeing the sunset in Australia with all those trees, just epic.
Yeah, it looked like someone has spilt a whole lot of honey over the mountains.
5 degrees to 7 degrees. 90% chance of showers or snow covering their asses there. The chance of a thunderstorm in the morning and afternoon. Winds north to northwesterly 60 to 80 kilometres an hour. The weather, of course, has to be respected. It can be some of the worst weather in the world. You've got to sometimes make a tough decision. Saturday looks like a day we all need to be here holding the tents down.
By the time we had reception and could see the severity of the storm, with the size of the camp and the equipment that we had there to get everything out wasn't an option.
Bunker down, make sure that everything's tied down well, that all our gear is in one spot, and yeah, just go for the ride.
Expecting about 100k winds, so it's going to be interesting. The weather just creeps up on you. It's beautiful 1 minute and then extreme fight for your life the next. It just came in with ferocity.
If it was the worst case scenario, our main living room had just been thrown on its head.
Hey guys, what do you reckon would happen if we got out of here and righted the tent?
I think the tents are right off that. There's like I've seen 3 snap poles, and all of the other ones are out.
Yeah, they're out. We've got 2 pole sleeves. We can fix 2 of them. We may even have 3. We're just waiting till we're absolutely sure before we get out of here and try and put it the right way up again. It could be worse. Over here.
Hank and I just went into full action mode.
Yeah, just hung in there. It was a touch and go for a while. May still be. Yeah, I think we underestimated it a little bit. Yeah, we pulled victory from the jaws of defeat, I reckon. That was good effort, everyone. I've never been bowled over in a tent before.
and still learning, still being humbled by the
People might criticise me for being irresponsible, but it's much more dangerous to actually go out than stay. The thing about going on expeditions like this is it never goes according to plan. I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but really when it comes down to it, it's the moments of adversity, of shared adversity, that are really embedded in your brain and which you treasure for the rest of your life.
Expeditions like this, when stuff doesn't go to plan, it's that type 2 fun that you look back on and learn from.
This is a really good learning opportunity for Michaela and Hank and even myself and Anna just to be really thrown at the elements.
When you throw a group of people together, the group dynamics is really important. It's not often successful.
It's not just about skiing the biggest and steepest, it's about the people and going to the places that are a little bit less explored.
With these trips and expeditions, you never really know what you're going to get, and you've got to enjoy the journey and be out in the mountains, and I think that's what I really took away from this trip. Not bad, Australia. Not bad.
We're just meat sacks that just get, it's like, go ski there. And you're like, all right, do what we told. Do a backflip there.
I should balance it on my head.
Off to plough the fields.
I'm excited. I love camping. I've never done it in the snow.
I mean, usually you just stay home if it's like this.
Oh, it feels so good.
This time next week I'll probably be sitting on the beach in Noosa.
This is like the flattest of the flat. Okay, let's do 10.
30.
30.
No, it's 10.
Dropping in 10.
Dropping in 72. High five.